Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Terry Jean, and today I would like to demo using a rounded flat iron. This is going to achieve the kind of the boxy curl that's very trendy right now, where it's a little tighter in the mid shaft and gets a little looser towards the end. As you can see, I've already done the back of her hair and the side, about 3/4 of it actually. I just wanted to save us a little time as far as having to roll the whole thing. And in doing this, I would go ahead and get started. I do like to section my hair off and get this part out of my hair, so out of the way, not out of my hair. I like to get this sectioned off out of my way so I have access to the hair that I will be working on. I like to do a technique where it goes backwards, so it opens up her face. Now if the client wanted to where it was more towards her face, then you could definitely achieve that too. But we're going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to take a section here. I also like to take different size sections. For a tighter look, I'll take a smaller section. For a looser look, I would take a little wider section. And I think this achieves more of a natural look because natural curly hair doesn't have just perfect little curls. So we're going to go ahead and start with this. I'm going to take about a midsection on this one. So we're going to bring it in and then just turn it a couple times and then drop it out. You can see you get this nice curl pattern, kind of a boxy curl pattern, dropping into almost a straight look. Now this one we will go back also to still open up that face a little bit. I didn't quite grab that one. That's the only thing about this particular tool. It doesn't grab real tight like some of your flat irons do, but I love the results that you get from it. Now we'll go ahead and drop down the next section. I'm going to split this into two more sections here. And I'm going to go backwards with this one too. I think I'm going to do a smaller section so we have like a really tight piece on top of this looser piece. So we'll start here at the base, getting a little tighter here. And just spin it a couple times and then dropping it out. And you can see that nice tighter look and looser at the back, the bottom. So on this one I'm going to go ahead and go forward with it. And this is a little bigger section than the one we just did. And just dropping that one out. And then we'll drop down this last section that we left out still to demo for y'all. And again, I'm going to do this one backwards too because I still want to keep this part opened up for her. I'm going to smooth that out just a little bit. That looks a little rough there at the scalp area. So now we'll come in here, start spinning, spinning, and spinning, and then drop it out. And then this one will go forward, and I think I'm going to take one more small one here, just to really have some nice curl pattern up at the top there. So going spin and dropping it out. Now this last section right here is a little larger section, which I'm going to tie that one back also. Since this one we did this way and this one this direction, we're going to come back with this one going the opposite direction. And spin it through. And drop it out. Now if you wanted a little lift right in here, you could come in here and just lift this up just a little bit and just gently bump up, and you can see you can get a really nice lift in that area there if you wanted to. I think I do the same thing right here because this is a little flat to me, so I'm not going to try to tear up my curls through that pattern. Just right here I'm going to bump this up, and you can see that really nice lift that you can kind of get from there. Now once we get that pattern set up there, let's go over that again. So taking the curling flat iron and going backwards and forwards, this one we're opening up her face. Just do a couple turns, spins, and then drop it out so you have that nice looser end. And then taking it in 3 sections is what I did here. And then we're going to go ahead, and I like to finger out the style, not really brush it because it's going to tear up your curls and you want to keep those in pattern. You don't want them as tight as this, but you definitely want them more looser, and you want to show off that pattern of that you created there. So again, just loosening this up, coming on this section. And just gently That one's going to be a little contrary, it looks like, so we're going to just use a little lifting comb to piece that into that area. Still achieving that lift that we had already achieved already. If you want to do a little bit of a tease just to give it a little more lift, you can come in here with your fingers if you want to, or use the end of your pick comb. This is one of my favorite. I've used these for literally 43 years now. I've been using this type of a pick comb for my styles. I just love the hold of it, and I love the capability of a little teasing if I want to do a little tight tease, and the lift here. Some stylists like to use the bigger picks. I've just found I prefer a smaller one. And then once you kind of get it where you're wanting it, then I like to use a working spray. I don't like to use a firm spray at the very beginning because I want to be able to work with my style. And then I usually just like to layer with the working spray. I don't like to come in with the firm spray, but if you prefer that and your client prefers that style that doesn't move, you can come back with at the end and use the firm spray. If you want a little more lift, that's one reason I like a working spray. You can kind of come up underneath here and spray up underneath and really get that lift. You can see how I can just place where I want the curl pattern to fall. And kind of just a little bit of a scrunching effect. If any of y'all have been around as long as I have doing hair, and back in the 80s, late 80s and early 90s, we were doing the spiral perms and we learned to scrunch really good. I think our new generation of hairstylists and people that are wearing these styles, we might have to teach them that effect because that's new to them. That's not something that they were exposed to like we were if you were back in that era. Just trying to look at her hair a little bit. That's the only thing I've missed my mirror. Normally I would get to look in the mirror and see what she looks like. But with this, I kind of have to just play it by sight from the front to see if I'm liking what I'm seeing. And again, just a little scrunch a little bit and a little lift. And let's look at this side. I'm going to kind of jump in here just a second, take a look. And I think I'm liking that pretty well. So you can tell we got a nice full look. We get more of this boxy curl. It's not your tight spiral curl from using the rounded flat iron. You can do this with a regular flat iron too, but these just really make it really easy. And it gives that looser end that's really popular right now. And then, as I said a while ago, we want to finger through it, do a little lift teasing if you want to, and then use your working spray to get it a nice style. And if you want to finish it off, like I said, we can really spray her down good, give her a little bit more of a firmer hold from that hairspray rather. Or we can come back with a really firm hairspray and finish it off completely. So I hope you got something out of that, and we'll go back and try that technique on some of your clients and then teach them maybe also, because I've always said your client don't need to be advertising for you the one day that you fix it. Give all your knowledge away to your client so they can go back and do the same techniques that you have, and then they advertise for you the whole time that they're away till they see you next time. So thank you for watching again. Terry Jean, and I appreciate it.